the focus continues to be on the big crime story that broke yesterday. Fresh disclosures in the Aftab Shraddha murder case have only served to further horrify the public viewers. The most recent visuals of Aftab have come into Times Now. On the one side, you can see he's in the police lockup, and you can see him lying on the floor on a mattress and wrapped in a blanket. There, it's very clear. Just focus in the middle of your screens, and you see a jail official outside that jail, and on the floor is Aftab. On the other side, you can see him being led into a forest in South Delhi. Here he's reported to have helped the police recover some of Shraddha's dismembered body parts that he allegedly discarded after killing her. That's what the police are telling Times Now off record. Sources in Delhi police have also told Times Now that Aftab has shown little remorse and has confessed to how he planned to dispose of Shraddha's body. Viewers, he has admitted apparently to killing Shraddha, telling the police in 4 words, "Yes, I killed her." He's speaking exclusively in English to the police. The police say that he has confessed to going on to Google so that he can acquire the right chemicals that could be used to wash the floor clean of any traces of blood, as also DNA, in his rented accommodation. He also Googled ways to cut a human body neatly, sever it, and he used medical bags to dispose of the body parts. That's what he has told the police when they have been questioning him all these days. Highly placed sources in the Delhi police have also told Times Now that they have electronic evidence to establish that Aftab moved on with his life very quickly after killing Shraddha. He's also confessed to his actions moments after allegedly killing Shraddha. The fresh disclosures have helped the police piece together the crime and also acquire an insight into Aftab's cold and calculating mind. So, what are these revelations? According to the police, the sources who have been speaking to us, Aftab said that he met another girl via dating app after 20 to 25 days of Shraddha's murder. That he didn't really wait. He was not woebegone in any particular way. Aftab confessed to having sex with another girl as Shraddha's body lay inside the house. He hid Shraddha's body parts inside the cupboard before having sex with the other girl so that she would not be aware of what was going on, and used special chemicals to erase DNA samples and also, of course, fumigate the room so that the smell of the decomposing flesh would not waft through. Aftab told the police reportedly that he allegedly sat on Shraddha's chest and smothered her during an argument that he was having with her, and he kept Shraddha's body inside the bathroom after murdering her. Finally, he discarded Shraddha's blood-stained clothes inside an MCD garbage disposal van. This is what he has been telling the police, viewers, in the last few days, as I told you, in custody. In fact, Aftab was always hoping to get away with his crimes. He, in fact, has created an elaborate smokescreen to mislead the police as well as any other person who might have suspected that Shraddha, something horrible had happened to her. So as he did all these things so that they won't be able to pin either the murder on him or be really suspicious about where she had disappeared. So he dumped Shraddha's phone in Maharashtra to create an impression that she had actually left him and returned to her home state. He cleaned the floor, as I've told you, with acid to remove DNA traces, chatted with Shraddha's friends using her Instagram account to suggest that she was still alive and active on social media, kept Shraddha's Insta account active till June to give the impression that she's alive, and dumped the machete in Delhi forest, discarded clothes in a garbage truck. Now remember, viewers, while all of these are confessions, unless he's made to confess before a magistrate, this will not be used against him, and this could easily lead to, and this is unfortunate, viewers, but could very well lead to him being released by the courts. This has happened in a few rape cases recently, where the police was not able to build a proof-based prosecution against the suspect, and also not able to piece together circumstantial evidence to invoke enough doubt. But according to the police, viewers, the proof is mounting that they are actually acquiring material witnesses. They're speaking to people who can help them pin Aftab's guilt down. That's what we are being told. They have spoken to those right after the crime was committed or thereabouts, who sold, in fact, Aftab a knife or a cleaver or a machete of 1.5 feet, which was used to kill Shraddha. They have also been able to, through him, recover some of the body parts. And what we are being told, viewers, is that a proper sweep of the refrigerator has also been conducted, which seems to suggest that there are traces of Shraddha's DNA in that refrigerator. Now, Shraddha's father has broken his silence. He spoke to Times Now, and he has told us that the relationship was not acceptable to him or other members of the family because Aftab was a Muslim. Elsewhere, the father is also quoted as having said that he suspected there was a religious dimension to this killing, that there was a religious motive behind the killing. Listen to Shraddha's father speaking to Times Now.
कब बात हुई थी आप लोग की लास्ट, और इस आफ्ताब पे शक कब हुआ आप लोग को?
हम लोग को शक तो मतलब उनके श्रद्धा के दोस्त है, उन्होंने इन्फॉर्म किया कि श्रद्धा कुछ मीटिंग का मुझे लग रहा है था जी। ये उन्होंने बताया कुछ अगस्त में। हाँ, तब हम लोग फिर कंप्लेन करने गए थे वैसे पुलिस, हमारे लोकल पुलिस में। इसको बताया,
मतलब फैमिली को बताया था कि मदर को बताया था कि माँ की कदा था, आफ्ताब मेरे साथ, और इस टाइप की चीजें।
माँ
तो पिटाई मतलब
हाँ, वो माँ से वो लड़की ने मेरे बताया कि वो हम लोग शायद सेपरेट रहेंगे, ये मुझे मारता है तो हम लोग शायद ब्रेकअप करने वाले हैं, ऐसा कुछ। मुझे उसके माँ ने बताया कि जून में आई थी मेरे पास। एक्चुअली जब भी उसने डिक्लेयर किया कि श्रद्धा इज नो मोर, तब मैं इतना कंडीशन में नहीं था सुनने के।
मस्त सर।
तभी जब भी बॉम्बे में वो जॉब करने लगी, तभी उसकी मुलाकात किया आफ्ताब से हुई। उसी कंपनी में वो भी काम कर रहा था जी।
तो रिलीजन के कारण या उसके कंडक्ट के कारण कुछ आप लोगों को लगा लड़का खराब है, क्यों नहीं किया? रिलीजन बहुत बड़ा इशू। और
नहीं, फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशन तो वही था मेरा कि रिलीजन तो हम लोग इतना वो ये नहीं करते हो। मैं और मेरी वाइफ गई थी और मेरे सिस्टर भी गई थी, तो उसने हम लोग से उल्टा सवाल करने चालू किया।
Well, viewers, Shraddha's friends are also corroborating that she wanted to leave Aftab because he was often physically abusive towards her. What we know, according to some of the friends who have spoken to Times Now, is that Aftab was often violent with Shraddha, used to assault her. Shraddha was scared of this violence that was directed towards her by Aftab, and he had often threatened to also kill her. There was also a degree of mental torture and emotional blackmail, and Aftab threatened to commit suicide. That's how he would sort of blackmail her if she left him. And despite all of this, the friends say that Shraddha was actively looking for a place to move out. In Delhi, of course. She wanted to move out of this home that she shared with Aftab to another place in Delhi, but then soon after disappeared. This is what some of the friends have told us, viewers.
वो 2018 के बाद से ही उसके मान लीजिए कि व्यक्तित्व में परिवर्तन आने दिखने लगा था हम लोगों को. तो उसके पीछे का कारण कहीं ना कहीं शायद आफ्ताब का आना था. 2019 में खैर हमको पता चला है कि आफ्ताब के साथ रिलेशनशिप में है. श्रद्धा ने मैसेज किया था अपने बचपन के दोस्त को, लक्ष्मण को, कि वो आफ्ताब से बहुत बुरी तरीके से डरने लगी है. उसको ऐसा लगता है कि आफ्ताब शायद उसकी जान भी ले सकता है. मतलब वो एक रात थी जब मैसेज किया था कि प्लीज़ मुझे यहाँ से रेस्क्यू करो, नहीं तो फिर हो सकता है कि आज रात मेरी आखिरी रात हो. क्योंकि वो डैड के साथ ऑलरेडी कनेक्टेड नहीं थी, मॉम के साथ अब मॉम अब रही नहीं इस दुनिया में. तो मेरे ख्याल से वो एक सिचुएशन आ गया था जो वाकई में वल्नरेबल हो चुकी थी वो. और इस वल्नरेबिलिटी का कहीं ना कहीं फ़ायदा उठाया होगा शायद मेरे ख्याल से आफ्ताब ने, क्योंकि आफ्ताब एट दी एंड अब वो लवर नहीं बल्कि क्रिमिनल बन के जो दिख के आ रहा है दुनिया को. तो ये समझ में आता है कि उसका जो रियल मोटिव था वो लव ने था ही नहीं.
So that is when it became a point of concern for me कि I should actually start reaching out to people, and आज कोई मुझे अपडेट नहीं मिला तो फाइनली मैंने उनके ब्रदर को बता दिया कांटेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है. सो इट्स बेटर दैट वी रीच आउट टू कॉप्स एंड सीक फॉर देयर हेल्प करके बोला कि प्लीज यहाँ मेरे घर पे आ जा, मुझे बाहर लेके जा, अगर आज रात को मैं इसके साथ घर पे रही तो ये मुझे मार डालेगा. ऐसा भी झगड़ा हुआ है उनके बीच में और हम दोस्तों ने मिलके उसको उसके घर से उस दिन बाहर भी निकाला था और आफ्ताब को वार्निंग भी दी थी.
Well, viewers, after the family alleged a possible religious dimension to the crime, Shraddha's grisly murder has now taken a sharp political turn, with various political parties leaping in. Listen to some of these reactions that have come in.
ये एक षड्यंत्र है. भारत में गैर मुस्लिम लड़कियों को, हिंदू की लड़कियों को अपने फांस में जब लाना, चाहे प्यार मोहब्बत, चाहे वेशभूषा बदल करके, और फिर अगर धर्म नहीं स्वीकारा तो उसकी यही हालत होती है. न राहुल गांधी बोलेंगे और न जिन्ना के रास्ते पर चलने वाले ओवैसी बोलेंगे.
ये भी दिखाता है कि ये क्रिमिनल माइंडेड इंसान जो है वो हो सकता है कि दूसरे भी महिला के साथ कुछ हो सकता था. पर मैं तो ये कहूंगी कि ऐसे केसेस जो है फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट पे चलाना चाहिए और तुरंत ऐसे लोगों को समाज में से प्रिजन के अंदर होना चाहिए और ऐसे लोगों को फांसी की सजा मिलनी चाहिए, ताकि कोई और दोबारा ऐसे कोई क्राइम करने के बारे में सोचे भी नहीं.
Well, let's open this up, viewers. Many people are saying that this was not a crime of passion, that there was a degree of diabolism, etc., etc. Ishkaran Bhandari, what do you make of this? The family has come out and alluded to a religious dimension. Of course, the BJP has come out and built on that narrative. Would you say that you also believe that this was not just a crime of passion? Or do you believe that this was indeed a spat between two lovers?
Rahul, the family has alleged a religious angle to this. But let us be clear and let us have some harsh truths on your channel. There is a problem of grooming gangs in UK and there is a problem of love jihad in India. No less than Rishi Sunak said, political correctness is stopping us from calling out particular groups of people perpetuating these crimes. In India, this problem is love jihad. I do not know how deep the grooming gang problem also is in India because we are not willing to talk about it. Let us be very clear. Before we get into BJP, Congress, XYZ, Kerala High Court, as early as 2009, said frame laws on love jihad to stop forced religious conversion under the garb of love. 2009, they based it on police report, a government in which either communist or congresses are in power. And all these demands have been raised by the Christian community there. So nothing to do with Hindus, BJP or Hindutva. It is a problem which we are shoving under the carpet. I am very happy that at least you are discussing it because we have had media personalities saying when it is a case of a Dalit girl in the headline, Dalit girl XYZ done by upper caste men. But when it comes to this case, they don't even name the accused in the headlines. We all live in social media. There are documents to show. There is research to show. If the name is not in headline or it's in the fourth paragraph, nobody knows about it. That is what they do. Shove the name in the fourth paragraph, not in the headline, except when it suits their agenda, so that we don't discuss on these topics. So let us discuss on this. Nikita Kumar case. We have seen what happened in the case. The government has gone to High Court asking for it. UP framed a law of anti-love jihad. They have called it anti-love jihad law, in which there is one conviction. So court has upheld this. We are talking about legal judgments here, where there was cross-examination, where the defense had all the rights, where a big ecosystem is funding defense counsel. Even if they don't fund it, there is legal aid. So we have judgments on this now. Let us be very clear. On the cost of political correctness, we cannot keep shoving these topics, because we are doing real-time danger to young girls of this country. What has happened in this case, the police will have to find out. But one last thing I would say, when something happens in Kathua, a terrible crime happens, they link it with the religious place it happens, call it Devistan, called it temple, called it Mandir mein hua. इस केस में क्यों वो पूरी बॉलीवुड में क्यों लिबरल इकोसिस्टम के मुंह में दही जम गई है, अब क्यों नहीं बोल रहे आफ्ताब अमीन ने ये किया है?
Okay, let's get Sanjay Jha into this. Sanjay Jha, how do you respond to Ishkaran Bhandari? He is alleging that political correctness is stopping people from asking the honest questions or examining the problem dispassionately.
Well, Rahul, firstly, I have come here only to comment on the politics that is obviously in India. Nothing runs away from politics. Is how that is really becoming center stage. As far as the crime is concerned, is so disgusting and sickening that I'm frankly speechless. I mean, the man is barbaric, is brutal, is ugly, and it's a mentally sick individual you're talking about. I would just tell everyone, especially those who are sympathetic here to, I heard what Mr. Giriraj Singh was talking on your show, is please do not spoil an already polarized atmosphere before the criminal investigation is able to establish the truth behind this extremely repugnant act of murder. Right now, all I can, say to your show is my sympathies to all her friends and to her family members, and because for them too it must be a nightmare, because they knew them intimately, and this must be horrific. But I do believe that we should all, I'm part of the political ecosystem, Rahul. You're a very responsible and a well-known journalist, and I do believe we need to exercise some degree of self-respect. Once it is established, for example, as the allegation goes, if the father of the unfortunate victim has said that there could be a religious angle, well, let that be very transparently investigated. If it is established, I will be the first person to come on your show and say that this is a matter of great concern for society. But at the moment, to speculate and to give it some kind of a political complexion, I would recommend that people be a little more.
Ishkaran Bhandari, that's a fair point Sanjay Jha is making, because we don't have the police coming out and making a clear claim like this.
Yes, Rahul. It is a fair point which tries to bury the issue. He said that if there is a clear-cut police version, so let me be very honest, in UP there is a clear-cut police version in which they say Love Jihad is a reality. 108 cases have been filed, in 72 charge sheet filed. So police has completed investigation, filed charge sheet, they want to have a trial. The first conviction has happened where Abdul, who pretended to be a Hindu, to marry, has been convicted by a court. So why doesn't he condemn Love Jihad is a problem in Uttar Pradesh? Let him say that statement.
Okay.
Can I make a point here?
Yeah,
Ishkaran?
of course.
Ishkaran, my simple point here is this, and this is the tragedy of our polity, that while it is true that there would probably be cases where there are certain warped, sick minds who may be actually playing this devious game. I'm not denying that there are no diabolical examples of such hate crimes. At the same time, Ishkaran, you will also have to be pragmatic enough to accept that there is a very ugly, vicious, communal polarization game also going on. And that is why the line between truth and reality or truth and fake gets blurred, which is why all of us today have to be a little circumspect. And I'm just requesting it only from the point of view is that the last thing you want is that, we get further fractured and fissured. I say so with responsibility,
Rahul, I
and
want to
you
answer
people
this.
disagree with me.
Okay, please. Quick response.
Sanjay, there was a very clear-cut question. Love Jihad conviction in UP. Kerala High Court saying frame anti-Love Jihad law. These are courts and different states passing judgments. Why is that not a center stage of debate? Why would there not be communalism if the reason of Love Jihad is communalism or religious superiority? How can there not be a debate when the perpetrators of the crime have that reason in their mind? Let us stop being politically correct. I hope you come up and save the young girls of this country who are being trapped into these, I don't know, love or whatever it is called. कभी सूटकेस की गलती है, कभी फ्रिज की गलती है, कभी नाइफ की गलती है. वो सब गलतियां नहीं है, गलती मानसिकता की. और वो मानसिकता कहां से आ रही है? Let us be very clear about that. Let us save these young girls.
Okay, well, viewers, look, one size doesn't fit all. There are obviously shades of differences, and people will say that, look, till we don't have the evidence here, we should not attach a communal motive. Yes, the family is free to make whatever connections they want to draw to this. The friends who have spoken firsthand to Shraddha are perhaps better informed, but there is one thing, and I want to bring in Karan Verma here. Karan Verma, there are people who are saying that Shraddha apparently talked to her mother and to her friends about the physical abuse that she was suffering. But despite that, no one really stepped up to act or intervene in any which way. Were they being too politically correct for Shraddha's own good? Ishkan Bhandari certainly believes so. Is it plausible? We all know that for a while now, there has been a section of people, you know, let's call them minority rights activists for the lack of a better word, I don't know, whoever, who have often flagged any opposition to interfaith marriages as born out of a deep Islamophobia, in this case, if it happens to be a Hindu-Muslim alliance, etc. Would we even be discussing this case had it been another, you know, religion? Had this been some other denominations? So, where do you stand on this, Karan Verma? Because, look, a large number of people are pointing out to the manner in which this is being reported. The media is also under attack. Someone even said about Times coverage that, look, they didn't mention the name of the perpetrator, they didn't mention the religion, but in the past they have. They pointed out the name, if it is a Hindu who has gone ahead and done this to a Muslim, etc., etc. You know how this is played out.
Right. Rahul, you know, the one big lesson, the one big takeaway that we can have from this tragedy is that we should not brush things under the carpet. And this applies to everyone, be it to those irresponsible media portals who are deliberately not giving a name here and trying to hide the religious identity. Let's wear it. Let's know here that yes, there was a Muslim man, there was an interfaith religion couple that where this happened, this tragedy happened. Liberals always cry from rooftops that they should have an open mind. So let's discuss the possibility that yes, there could be a case of love jihad here. Had the neighbors and the friends also not brushed it under the carpet, fearing these labels of being called Islamophobic or anti-Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb or someone who is spoiling the ethos of the society, they could have probably reported this and this life could have been saved. Mr. Sanjay Jha talks about exercising caution here, but he also puts a label on you. Rahul, please be responsible. Please be correct here. The fact of the matter is, till we don't address the issue, this garbage will keep piling up as long as we deny it, and this barbarity is an outcome of this denial. We did not
but
hear
there are
when
many
we heard
people.
those chants,
Let me play devil's advocate
we were in denial
with you, sir.
Till Kanhaiya Kumar happened.
No, fair. I understand the thrust of what you're saying, but Mr. Verma, let me say this, and let me, for now, make it quite clear that there is no implicit proof that this was anything to do with religion, apart from the fact that there were certain people on Shraddha's side and possibly even on the boys' side who opposed this union because it was an interfaith union. So, apart from that, there is no proof.
I want to answer this.
Even the police have not, in any of the FIRs, come out. So why can't we just treat it like a case of a of a relationship turned grievously sour.
All I'm saying, Rahul, is let's keep the possibility of a case of love jihad, maybe. Let's not rule that out also. No. Let's not jump the gun and create this brouhaha, arey nahi, love jihad nahi hai, love jihad nahi hai. Maybe it is a case of love jihad. I don't know. Let's stick with I don't know. Yesterday you exercised great caution and you did not talk about love jihad or any implicit angle, but today it's the father of the girl who is saying there may be a case of love jihad. He's requested the police to inspect that angle. So it's only fair that let's not jump the gun and rule that out. Maybe it is a possibility. Karan rightly pointed out, there has been a conviction in love jihad. There have been so many cases where this is happening. These people were in denial of Sartan se juda till it happened. They've been in denial of love jihad till there have been convictions and cases. So let's not jump the gun and brush it under the carpet. We can talk about relationship counseling, other things, how our society is breaking down, but it is breaking down primarily because we are quick in labeling. We are quick in labeling this is responsible journalism, this is Islamophobic, this is xenophobic, this is woke. Let's address the problem for what it is. And liberals, they keep crying, keep an open mind. Let's keep an open mind on this issue. Let's examine it from all possibilities. This could be a Hindu-Muslim issue.
Well, Rashid Khan, how do you respond to Mr. Verma who says all we are saying is keep your mind open to another possibility. That's all.
No. Rahul, right now, Aftab is a criminal. He's an animal, as well as he has committed a heinous act for which, through fast-track court, he should be hanged. I strongly condemn this criminal act. Nor do I support, nor do I justify him, nor do I defend. But I kindly request everyone, let's not give this crime a communal angle or polarize. Love jihad, this is not constitutional word. Ghar wapasi, this is not constitutional word. No. These words have been used by BJP to polarize, and BJP has used this weapon. BJP has basically using this weapon since long to polarize. So let's not give this crime a face of love jihad and thing. And if at all, if you want to talk about all these things, you have to accept that in 2017, an RSS affiliated group, the Hindu Jagaran Manch, started a campaign calling Beti Bachao Bahu Lao. The outfit had planned to felicitate around 2100 marriages of educated Muslim girls to Hindu boys. You even have to mention this thing. And likewise, All India Hindu Mahasabha, a fair right Hindu political party, had announced a prize of 2 lakh to Hindu boy for marrying a Muslim woman. All these are criminals. Let it be Aftab, let it be this right-wing organization, whatever. So, all these are criminals. We have to boycott all these things. And we cannot give every criminal, offense as a communal angle. This is absolutely wrong. A girl has died. Think about that thing.
Politics,
that boy is a barbarian. That boy is a psychopath.
He's a psychopath. His religion doesn't matter. Sushil Pandit, this is what Rashid Khan is saying. Let's rise above these communal dog whistles, etc., etc.
Don't have anything to do with their religion.
Okay, fair enough. Let me bring in Sushil Pandit. Look, as I've been constantly directing our viewers to take note, right now, the police have not corroborated. Yes, of course, viewers, the father of this young woman who was brutally murdered, no one deserves this kind of treatment. Obviously, the person who has committed this crime, if so, remember viewers, I'm playing it safe because otherwise people will troll you and me for saying what I'm saying with definitiveness. So I am making very clear that I'm only saying that if he is allegedly guilty, then he is an animal who needs to be treated as such under the law with the harshest punishment. But Sushil Pandit, are we jumping the gun here to communalize? Rashid Khan says don't do it please, because this leads to the vilification, the labeling of every
and Rahul,
interfaith union.
I can narrate multiple documents.
Yeah, okay.
and
Let Mr. Pandit respond to you. I'll come back to you, sir. No problem. Yes, Mr. Pandit, go ahead.
Thank you, Rahul, for having me on the show, and good evening to all my fellow panelists and your viewers. You see, what is the status right now? Police says they have a confession, and now they are busy piecing together the evidence so that they can build a foolproof case. That is the status right now.
Yeah.
They haven't even filed the charge sheet,
It's true.
as I understand. We are all expressing our opinion, maybe speculating, and you are asking us to opine whether this is a case of love jihad.
No, I'm not.
And we are supposed to be...
No, I'm not.
We are supposed to
No,
be...
one second.
Sorry.
No, very, very clearly, let me put this out there. Not Times Now. Times Now is not asking this question.
Don't polarize.
No. I'm saying our fellow panelists.
Yeah.
The panelists
Your panel.
are discussing whether it is the case of love jihad or not.
Yeah.
The irony is, we are discussing this whether it is a case of love jihad with those who are in denial about love jihad. They don't even admit to the fact that there is something called love jihad.
No, Mr. Pandit, what they are saying is show us the proof. That's what they're saying. Back it up through proof. They're saying that
No, of course.
even
but they
official
say till now there
documentation
is no
never
proof
refers
that
to
there
this
is-
as
there
love jihad.
ever
So,
has been a case of love jihad. Both the esteemed panelists like Mr. Rashid Khan and Mr. Sanjay Jha say that we should not talk about love jihad as a concept, as a reality. They are in denial about it.
no, they are asking
we are
for
supposed-
proof. Yes, Sanjay Jha. Okay, let me get him
Let
in.
me come to the proof.
Okay,
let me come to the proof.
Okay, Sanjay Jha, one second. Mr. Pandit, just hold your horses. 1 second. Let me bring in Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, what's the point? Do you believe that there is love jihad? Sushil Pandit says that you're in denial about it. I thought you were saying that you wanted more proof to establish that connection. What exactly are you demanding here or saying? What's your stand?
Rahul, thank you very much for intervening and giving me a chance to respond to what I consider is Mr. Pandit's deliberate lie. That's a malicious lie. He clearly has chosen not to listen to me, and he's right now sitting on your panel having this self-righteous expression, but he's lying to his teeth. I never said anything of the kind. Mr. Pandit, after this show is over, kindly listen to it, because I can tell you straight on your face today that you lie. And people like you are a danger to society. Now, let me tell you what I said. I said it is possible that there will be cases where there are some malevolent minds who are actually trying to harm women who belong to the majority community. That could be true. But I'm saying that it cannot be generalized for the entire society as a whole.
Okay.
And secondly, it is becoming a political game. That's a tragedy of our times.
Okay, Sushil Pandit.
Mr. Pandit, I hope you heard me out.
Okay, Sushil Pandit. That's what
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you for giving Sanjay Jha a chance, because that's how he has implicated himself. When we talk about love jihad, we talk about an organized community, an organized system that wages this kind of crime against another community. Now he says that some malevolent mind may have done it, but let's not communalize it. That's what he said. Love jihad is a communal
program. Let's not generalize.
It is not.
You can't say that every interfaith marriage is based on the assumption that there is love jihad going on.
I am not saying that.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
put
what
words
he's
in my
saying.
mouth.
That's what you are saying, Mr. Pandit.
All I'm saying is, this is not the first time I'm sharing space with Mr. Sanjay Jha, and I've seen him intervene in such discussions very often in the past. He has never accepted the fact that there is something called love jihad happening in this country. Show me one evidence.
Rahul,
He has always denied it.
This man is extremely
So I'm saying I am discussing this issue with
No,
naysayers.
1 second, Sushil Pandit.
You ab initio deny the fact that
Sushil Pandit, 1 second. Let's just 1 second. Let me 1 second. Let's all just take a
This man is an
deep breath. 1
infected
second.
chronic liar.
Okay, 1 second. Let me bring in Ishkaran Bhandari. Ishkaran Bhandari, is there evidence? Now, you're a man of the law. You referred to certain cases. Where is the evidence that there is something called love jihad and it is practiced widely, etc., etc.? Let's
finish my point, Rahul.
I
need to finish my point.
No, because
I will tell the evidence.
the point that we want to get to is the proof.
evidence.
We can keep talking about it, these two words, but it would be irresponsible if you're not able to establish that there is something called
Yes.
a marriage undertaken
The courts have
to affect.
Rahul, in this
Okay,
case,
Karan just gave you evidence. How many cases? How many charge sheets?
Okay, let's
Rahul,
hear
Love
from
Jihad
Ishkan
has been
Bhandari.
established as a fact.
Okay,
Yes.
has it been established, Ishkaran Bhandari, as a fact?
Yes.
Fundamental question.
Rahul, this case, let the police charge sheet come, but the ordinary rule of public discussion is that complainant, whatever they say, is taken very seriously and it is discussed. That is the ordinary rule all over the world. But let us come to this case. Where is the judgments now? First part is the Kerala High Court on Wednesday found indications of forcible religious conversion under the garb of love in the state, asked government to consider enacting a law to prohibit such deceptive acts. Justice, I don't want to take the name, of the Kerala High Court made this observation while dismissing anticipatory bail petitions. He made the observation based on case diary by the police. So that is Kerala, nothing to do with BJP. I want to answer Mr. Khan here because he said BJP ka agenda hai, communal hai. I really wish BJP did 1/10. No, BJP did 1/50th of those things. It is accused. Don't interrupt me, please. Let me finish. Now, not this way. He will have his turn. Rahul, he will have his turn.
You can respond right
Let me
after.
finish.
Let him
Rahul,
finish.
Yeah.
Then you can respond,
I wish,
Mr. Khan, please. 30 seconds. Yes.
I wish BJP did. Okay, Rahul, I wish BJP did 1/10. Even 1/50th of what it is accused by the secular forces. Where is the proof? Kerala High Court. Where is the proof? A conviction by a court in Uttar Pradesh. 72 charge sheet where policies have completed investigation. Incidentally, before they accused the police, in 11 cases, the police said we have found no evidence. So in 11 cases, they say, no, it's not a case of Love Jihad. In 72, they said. So these are the evidences.
This is the evidence, Rashid Khan. This is what he's saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
May I continue, Rahul?
Yeah, 30 seconds,
With
sir.
what I was trying to say.
One quick response from Rashid Khan.
This is so sad that...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, this is so sad that this gentleman is talking about love jihad in this case. Do you think that this animal, Aftab, knows anything about his religion? He's a psychopath. We know it very well. He has chopped that girl's body into pieces. How can a man of this mental state think of any religion or love jihad and things like this? This gentleman is framing this crime and giving it as a communal angle. We are not ready to accept this type of sentences, words used by this gentleman. So I just kindly request this gentleman to take back his words. Let's not polarize this situation.
Mr. Bhandari, quick response. You're polarizing. Take back your words, says Rashid Khan.
A girl has died, a girl has been
If this
brutally
animal,
killed
he
by
said,
an
quote
animal,
unquote, knew
psychopath.
his own religion, he would not have done any of this.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Ishkan
I have just 2 points to make.
Yeah.
First, I don't know what he has heard.
Yes.
I have said, let us wait for the police version charge sheet to come in this case. But whatever the complainant's father says has to be a part of discussion. First part. Second part, which is very important. Does this man know, this criminal, this monster know anything about his religion? I asked you, Mr. Khan, people who say, गुस्ताखी करने की एक ही सजा हो चुकी है सर तन से जुदा. Do they know their religion or do you condemn them?
That's a different thing. Let's not
answer. Do they know their religion?
Do
they know their religion?
In this crime,
you raise the question. What is religion?
This is absolutely
do those
wrong.
People know?
You are
Okay, one second. Let's. I think viewers. 1 second. I think 1 second. Reaction is coming in. One second. Union Minister for Women and Child Development has responded. Let's take Smriti Irani's reaction. I believe that she has spoken. Let's hear.
घटना दिल्ली में घटी उसको लेकर अब सारे लोग शांत बैठे हुए हैं उसको लेकर
मैं देखिए इतनी अमानवीय बातें नहीं करूंगी कि एक घटना का दूसरी घटना से कहीं कंपैरिजन करूं. हर जीवन का अपना एक मोल होता है. हर जीवन के प्रति एक सम्मान होना चाहिए. मैं बस इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी कि राष्ट्र में हर बेटी सुरक्षित रहे, राष्ट्र में हर बेटी समृद्धि के पथ पर चले. और अगर कोई ऐसी चुनौती आती है जो इस केस में आई तो न्याय पूर्णतः होना चाहिए.
न्याय होगा आपको लगता है? बिल्कुल न्याय होना चाहिए.
निश्चित रूप से न्यायपालिका अगर एविडेंस के आधार पर न्याय करेगी तो निश्चित रूप से होगा.
Well, viewers, Smriti Irani taking a very, very balanced view of this particular crime, coming out and saying that, look, on the face of it, it is obviously a diabolical crime and no Indian woman should suffer such a fate. And if she does, then justice must be done. And in this case, she is calling upon the police to do its duty and provide justice to Shraddha. And I think that is perhaps the best way forward right now. She hasn't communalized this issue. Unlike some of her colleagues, viewers, whether they are in denial, whether they are wanting to explore the possibility, all of that is immaterial right now. What we know is there is an investigation on, and that investigation hasn't, as of this moment, viewers, I can't say for tomorrow and day after and the day after that, hasn't in any way corroborated that there is a communal dimension. However, if people want to talk about another dimension to this crime, of course, in a democracy, you're more than welcome to do so. On this panel, we've had an exchange. None of us here at times now underwriting that there is a communal dimension to this particular crime. The only thing that we can establish here is that this was an interfaith alliance, a relationship, and it has gone sour, which is pretty palpable. We want to move on, viewers, because